Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and we have a new review today. Yes, I'm going to be jumping into the movie Top Gun Maverick. This new Top Gun film is a sequel to the 1986 film, and we see Joe Kowinski step into the director's chair, but returning is Tom Cruise in the lead role, and boy does he make this a spectacle. This is a perfect summer blockbuster. It has heart, spectacle, action, oh my god moments, and everything you want to have a throwback to the 80s that still feels modern. Yeah, there's a lot in this movie to enjoy. There's just a lot that I was really surprised by. I was really impressed to see this in the Dolby Cinema. It really needs that. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, overall, I am just really impressed with this film. I went in with fairly low expectations. I'm not a big Top Gun fan. These kind of action-y 80s bro movies don't always work with me, but this is just a damn good movie with a lot to offer. We have a lot to talk about in this review, so let's get into it right now. One of my favorite things about the new Top Gun movie is it's perfectly made for fans of the 80s movie, but it also works well for modern audiences. There's a lot in here that just feels easy to enjoy. I just kind of like laid back and just let it all hit on me. The camaraderie between the friends, the relationship in here, the bond between people like Iceman and Maverick. There's a lot of good heart and soul in this. This is definitely an 80s movie, but upgraded. It has that 80s feel, that nostalgic vibe. It has a ton of montages. It has really fun pop songs sprinkled in throughout. It has really interesting characters that are trying to all go towards one goal. It's a well-made film, which is kind of shocking because usually summer blockbusters kind of, they take a back seat. They try to put all of the fun, action-y, crazy stuff ahead of actual emotions, ahead of like real things. This movie balances that out so well, which is why it feels like a good callback to the 80s. What also works in this movie is it doesn't try to change anything too crazy. It says, look, we're not going to fix what was broken, we're just going to add to this. I love a movie that knows where it came from, knows its roots, knows to not change everything to piss off and isolate older fans, but it has to bring new people in. This movie is insanely diverse, and that's what's really cool because they don't pause the movie to be like, wow, isn't it crazy that a woman is here? And wow, we have people of color. Wow, isn't that great? Pat ourselves on the back. No, the movie's just like, here are the characters. Enjoy them, and that's exactly what it needs to be. Those are the little subtle upgrades that I think work really well. I also like that there's not like an evil country that we're specifically saying, let's attack them. It's just like, these are the bad people. We are facing off with ambiguous bad people. It keeps a lot of political stuff out of this movie, which really helps it. It's about the military. It's about stuff like that. So you can't really avoid a lot of the political aspect of this, but the movie definitely isn't a political film. It's not trying to make a statement. I really enjoy that. I thought that really helped this be really enjoyable. Now, speaking about the military stuff, I know nothing about an airplane, a fighter jet, any of that stuff. I didn't even know the like Navy had like an Air Force kind of vibe to them, or you know, like the air fighters and stuff like that. See, again, I don't know anything, but this movie spends time to let you know these things. It spends time, it holds your hand, and not in a condescending like, let's take everything slow and here's what this is, here's what the military is. No, it's not stuff like that, but it actually lets you follow and figure things out. When they're training, you're learning the mission. You know what they're trying to do. You know everything you need to know. I love a movie that actually sits and explains things to its audience. It doesn't treat us like dummies, but it also doesn't expect us to know more than what we need to know, and I absolutely love that. And all of this 80s-ness really makes this such a strong outing. Looking at Top Gun Maverick, you cannot deny that Tom Cruise is a damn movie star, and the whole reason this movie works. While I think the cast around him does very well, I think people like Ellis and Glen Powell do great. Miles Teller, don't really think he has the range for this kind of movie. They really ask his character to do more than I think this actor can do, but then it's fine because Tom Cruise comes in at any moment and gives you what you need. From the crazy action scenes, oh my goodness, this man is forever doing wild stuff. He got these people to train to like fly that like F-18 or whatever. Wow, he is committed to the bit. Really wants us to feel like we're in the seats of these planes, and I think that is so impressive. He brings what he does to the Mission Impossible movies to this film, and it just makes this an even better experience. That spectacle, that love of being a big blockbuster movie star, Tom Cruise is all about that. But he also doesn't forget the emotional moments. There is a moment in this movie with Iceman and Maverick, and oh my goodness, I was bawling. And even by the end, with the new Lady Gaga song playing, it's just so emotional. There is so much emotion in this movie, and that's what really shocked me. I was expecting a light, like, that's, we're tying back into the 80s film. But no, this movie said, feel things. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready to feel all the emotions that I am. But that's what really impressed me. And Tom Cruise is a great captain of the ship. With the 80s nostalgia and our strong lead actor, what really helps this movie is also the fantastic craftsmanship. This movie is like a perfectly made movie. The editing is so strong. The action scenes are so well directed. The emotional moments are good too. There's good cinematography. There's really good special effects. There's great attention to practical things as well. I just really love how well made this movie is. I see so many blockbusters, especially things like what's coming out from Marvel, and I even like DC, but even that to an extent. Sometimes I don't feel the movies feel real or like something tangible. I know that they're talking about like multiverses or we're trying to make Gotham into real life, but I want to be able to touch things. I want to be able to feel like I can live in this universe, and Top Gun Maverick does that so well. Again, it goes down to the production design, costume design, the writing of these characters. Everything makes you feel like you can easily fall into this universe, and applause for that. I will also say applause to Lady Gaga, known for the song Applause, because oh my goodness, her teaming up with Hans Zimmer and some other producers really made this score one of my favorite scores of the year. Now, Hans Zimmer, sometimes I get a little like, oh, here's a Hans Zimmer score, but he says, do not doubt me, I brought in Lady Gaga, like we got shit to do. Oh my goodness, the score makes every moment great. The music that they picked as well, the end song, Gaga's Hold My Hand, is a perfect end credit song. Like, I haven't seen an end credit song this good in quite some time. Goes back to that 80s vibe, that when a soundtrack mattered. This movie really brings back things that matter, and I absolutely love that. This is just a well-made movie, and what's really good is how built it is for the big screen. I am a type of person who can watch my movie on a Nintendo DS and be fine with it. Like, give me a PSP from 2002, I'll watch your Christopher Nolan movie on there. Who cares? But this movie, actually, I would say go out and see it. Find a Dolby Cinema near you. It might be a little bit extra money, but it's worth it. Those seats will feel so great when the jets go off and it's shaking. You'll feel all the musical moments. You'll feel just things flying around you. I loved it in the Dolby. I'm not usually one to hype up the cinematic experience, like I said, but I can tell when a movie needs IMAX or Dolby. Did not get to see this in IMAX, but seeing it in the Dolby Cinema, wow, this is worth every penny. Oh my goodness, what an experience. Holy smokes, I just had a pretty decently sized review where I praised a Top Gun sequel. I must be broken. Like, I did not like the Sam Raimi horror-inspired Marvel movie, but I liked Top Gun Maverick. Oh my goodness, what a weird year this is, but what a strong movie Top Gun Maverick is. A highly recommended film, a great, perfect blockbuster for the summertime. This feels like, I hate to be this person, but they don't make movies like this anymore. This is a nostalgic throwback with a fresh new coat of paint, and I highly recommend everyone check it out whenever it comes out. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of Top Gun Maverick. What do you think of this review? What do you think of this movie? Share your feelings down in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe to Flickering Myth, because we make videos like this every single week. Oh, also, if you did enjoy this movie, or this review, hey, give us a little thank you. There's like a little tip button. I don't know, tip me. Never said that before, but I'll take it. Thank you guys. Alright everyone, let's talk about Top Gun Maverick down below.